Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us is this Samir model number SM-838. It's an AM/FM shortwave portable radio with MP3 Player. You can find this selling on Amazon right around $14.99, though mine was on sale, and this may go on sale in the future for right around $9.99. That represents an okay bargain at $10. Anything higher, and you might want something else. Let's check it out. Comes in a simple brown box. Pretty basic. Yeah, nothing spectacular here. There's your band coverages. Interesting on FM is 70 to 108. Shortwave 2.3 to 21.95. Though I don't think it can tune in 5 kilohertz, which I noticed. Alright, so anyway, took everything out of the box. Let's see what we get. So we get the star of the show. Awesome, the SM-838. Now it is cool. It's real slimline. Great pocket-sized radio, and it works really good for pocket-sized headphone listening. But that's where its strengths are. We'll talk about everything else. So there's the radio. We get some paperwork. This card here, hassle-free service. Okay. Our warranty by some weird email and some WhatsApp number. I tell you what, I don't use that app either. All right, there you go. Ditch that. We get a charging cable. Yes, this is a rechargeable radio with an internal lithium battery, and it uses a Type-C connector. Nice. Well, that's one good thing going for it. That cable probably cost $5 alone. And then they give us some headphones that you may never use. But they're there for you if you need extra wire for a project. But, you know, these seem pretty soft. Not bad. Maybe they're good. I didn't test them with these, but there you go. And then we get a manual. All right. Again, some specifications. Cool. So the built-in battery, it's like a lithium pack. It's really not serviceable easily. You have to take apart the radio. And yeah, it's like one of those little flat pack, 1000 milliamp hour varieties. Just give you an idea what this radio is about. How to use it. I'll just kind of quickly go through here. Just going to freeze frame it if you need to know anything. Interesting thing is it's really noisy on the AM band, and they shorten the LED light time for 8 seconds versus I think 16 seconds that FM and shortwave have. So they know there's a problem, so that's their solution. It seems to help, but it's not always the best. So there you go. I think we're almost done. And you get the idea. End. Hey, I like that. It says end. Okay, wait, the video isn't over yet, guys. Hold on. I still got to talk about the radio. All right, so let's go ahead. I guess zoom on down, go over dimensions of this little bad boy. Yeah, I was a little questionable. Anything you buy for $10, you always got a question. Is it going to be good? Some cases they are. Maybe I'll show you a couple of those cases where it was a cool pickup for $10 back in the day. I don't know, those days are gone, but you know how that goes. Dimension-wise is 2 1/8 of an inch width, 4 inches in height, and a thickness of 3/4 of an inch. So yeah, so pretty slim. Liking it. Size comparison, I got the CC Pocket in the house. So it's definitely smaller than the CC Pocket. And don't laugh at that little speaker. That little speaker actually sounds good. We'll talk about that. It sounds better than the Pocket speaker. I think everything does, but you know how that is. This is made for headphones pretty much. I don't even know why they put a speaker there. Yeah. All right, so next we have CC Skywave 2, AM/FM weather alert, airband shortwave. Kind of dwarfs the little SM-838. And if you don't have those two radios, I always have the famous deck of cards. Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He's not sure of these cheap shortwave radios from China land. Ding, 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 ding. He's Iron Man. You get the idea. So it's a little taller deck of cards, but definitely about the same thickness. There you go. Same thickness. All right, cool. So there's that out of the way. Let's talk about features of the SM-838. So, like I said, right away, nice slim line. Looks pretty, nicely built. Everything's put together. It's got 6 screws in the back. Look at that. I did take it apart. I didn't take any pictures because, I didn't pull it completely apart. because it was looking pretty scary with all the little wires and I didn't want to mess anything up. So I just kind of like put it back together. I just glimpsed the battery, but the battery had a big foam sticker over it. So, but it looked like one of those 1,000 milliamp hour LiPo packs. But yeah, for $10, what's $10 get you? Well, back in the day, so I can reach it. It's a reach. It might be kind of dusty. I don't know. I use this thing all the time though. Was the Sonra? I don't know if you guys remember this one. The SM-838 UAT. This thing was cool. This was $10. It came with a flashlight. The speaker's pretty bright, but it's okay. MP3 Player. Has shortwave on it. Pretty basic, but this thing was cool. And it was moddable. Yeah, you get mini USB in. That's pretty funny. But yeah, it had some cool things. Like in the back here, it took I think 2D cells and a BL5C. Well, I modded mine and I put an 18650 holder in there. So I just run 18650s in this radio. And I run this radio all the time because reception's amazing. That's what $10 used to get you right there. Now it'll get you this. Thought I'd show it to you real quick. It's one of my favorite radios, actually. Can you believe it? Out of all the radios I own, I use the heck out of that little Sonra radio. Okay, feature list. Quickly. So Type-C jack. I noticed a charge rate of around 1/3 of an amp. So not too fast, which is good for a small battery. Type-C. And they give you the cable. Awesome. Yeah, metallic finish is pretty sweet. We're to the front. We got the model number 838. Looks like a microphone. Looks like a light spot, but nothing happens with that. It's just like a dead opening. I don't know why they did that. We have a display. Let's turn it on. I don't know how loud this is. I'll turn it down. So my colors are going to get wonky. So Iron Man's going to come out in a different form. Here we go. So yeah, it's got this lit up screen. Let's turn this volume down so you can hear me. Yeah, you can mute the volume. Good. So it shows our frequency, band we're on, some battery life indicator. So yeah, that's what it has pretty much. So we'll go ahead and just turn that back off. Talk about the buttons. So we have a previous and next button, and those are used for navigating your presets and going through your micro SD card, which we're going to be doing. And I believe you press and hold, you have fast forward and rewind as well. We have a pause, repeat. I believe you can mute your audio there as well instead of me trying to fiddle with the volume control. I should use that. Then also repeat. Yeah, repeat all, repeat one on the MP3 player. We have a scan delete function. So this pretty much is a scan radio. It does have a manual tuning here, but this is really a hassle, especially on shortwave. So I recommend just using the scan function, waiting for it to complete its deal and see what it picks up, and then use these to navigate. Especially on shortwave. This radio is not really meant to be scanning through shortwave. There's no meter band button. No way to get through it fast, unfortunately. But the delete function is nice in the preset because this radio will pick up like frequency off frequencies. So you'll be like, what the heck? I got doubles and triples. You just press and hold. It'll delete that bad preset. So that's not bad at all. Down here, we have a 1 1/8 inch speaker or 28 millimeters. Yeah, it's tiny. But believe it or not, it's a little thumper. It actually has a big magnet, even though this thing's only 3/4 inches thick. It actually sounds halfway decent for a little speaker. It's not a Game Boy speaker. It actually sounds good. So we have a carry strap, which is pretty cool. It's about half the weight of the radio. Just kidding. But yeah, leather. It's like feels like real leather. Might be too. We got the on-off switch, which I showed you. Tuning. Little tiny wheel for tuning. And then we got digital volume control. Top of the radio, we have the antenna, which is a whopping 10 inches long. I'm not going to pull it all the way out because it's kind of a hassle. Well, maybe I will. Right here, this last section is really hard to pull out there. But yeah, 10 inches long, but surprisingly good FM reception. And we're going to get to that before I turn everything on and go through some band scans tonight. Because we will. We'll hear what we can pick up on the shortwave and AM and FM together. But up on top here, I forgot Headphone Jack. Not the greatest experience at all. Let's talk about that. So my experience with headphones were no low-level hiss, which is good, but low-level is still pretty audible. It's not super quiet, but it's there. Not too bad. It doesn't have FM stereo, which I thought it would. It does have stereo with the SD card, though. So when you're playing with the micro SD card, it does have stereo playback, which is nice, but the audio experience is weak. When I meant weak lows, moderate mids, and strong highs. So it's real tinny sounding. On AM and shortwave, though, it has a bright neutral tone, which sounds halfway decent. MP3, same thing, weak lows, moderate mids, and strong highs, but it does have stereo. So mileage will vary. when you plug in your headphones, the antenna is disabled on FM, and you have your reception in your headphones, which is fantastic. But with shortwave, it was different. It did not disengage. You think it would because it uses the whip. I noticed that I had to use the whip antenna for shortwave. I don't understand what's up with that. I don't know. Different circuit? I don't know why they would use a different circuit. But there you are. So FM reception report, and then we'll go ahead and start turning this radio on. Well, I'm probably going to keep that Iron Man handy. FM reception report, I go over 5-tier method. Fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. I test them every radio for this. Keep it easy. This shines on FM. This scored a good to very good rating, so 3.5 stars on sensitivity, and it found 74 stations. It also gets a good to very good selectivity rating as well, because I was finding weak stations between 2 strong stations. That's a nice thing, and very surprising with the onboard whip antenna with no wire attached. I'm downstairs in the subfloor basement. I will be attaching a wire just so I get reception out of here, but you heard with the antenna all the way down that I was picking up a station, which is fantastic. So, yeah. But overall, great FM radio. That's why you're buying this, and that's why you buy it at $9.99, because pretty much it's FM. Though you do get shortwave, so we're going to have fun. So let's go ahead and turn it on and have some fun with this thing. So, yeah, show you what it's about. So we'll go ahead and kick that on. Hi, I love that. We'll do an audio demo first, actually. We have the micro SD card, so we'll go to that mode. So we'll hit the mode button. It's got AM. Let's turn this up.
There's another thing that's really a cool resource for
shortwave.
SD card mode.
And there you go.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
oh, this you crazy mother.
I'll turn it down. So the cool thing is you can actually go to, like, say, an old-time radio show. This radio, the MP3 player is neat because it does save the track you're on and the track position. So if you, say, have an hour-long podcast and you're halfway through, turn the radio off, turn it back on, it remembers exactly where you left off. Or if you change to different radio modes, turn it off, come back on to the MP3 player, it remembers. So that's fantastic. So it must write on the file. So let's go ahead, find ourselves an old-time radio show. I don't know if we got one here. Let's see. Turn this up.
Lever Brothers Company, makers of Swan, the soap with the exclusive super creamed blend, present...
We can fast forward.
Normally those things jolt me, but tonight I'm too busy addressing a stack of envelopes for Richard to waste any time trying to straighten Irma out. Jane, who are you writing to? No one we know, honey. You see, Richard is greatly interested in the...
NBC presents Frank Lovejoy in Night Beat.
So there you go. It's okay sounding. They do try to isolate it. They have like foam here, like in a compartment area style. So they do try to isolate the speaker versus everything else to give you an idea. So let's go ahead, and I think, you know, some of the buzzing you hear is the backlight being on. When that backlight goes off, the audio gets better. So let's go ahead and switch over to some shortwave. And here we can pick up on shortwave. I better keep Iron Man handy. All right, so yeah, we're not going to clip to that little spot. I'm afraid it'll break it. Let's try to get to that better part. And let's see if we can get even to the better. Yep, the bottom segment. Okay. So we're going to hook up like a Kato T1 wire to it, strung out to my window here. I'm in a subfloor basement. I'm just giving you an idea of my location. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA, and the current time is 11:50 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Add 5 hours for UTC, so 4:50 UTC. So awesome. So let's go ahead and switch the modes and hear what we can hear. Let's go ahead and turn this back on.
Accept the fact that I'm single, and I keep praying to God every day for me to help me find.
Some Park wanted to hear, and that's the English.
Okay, shortwave. So let's see what we found for presets. Now, presets, you get at least 50 or more per band, which is pretty cool. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully it's something. Last night I did.
Believers to be perfected into one, emphasizing that oneness between Christ and his disciples. And he said that the unity would be a testimony to the world.
You can tune here.
Humanity.
Just barely picking up the time signal. So it must be Brother Stairs, like buddies or something.
We are like when we see light in a dark place. This is the concept that is so hard for us to wrap our minds around, that the prophet...
During the day, shortwave is non-existent with the little whip. You have to hook up a wire.
In a dark place. Not look at me, look at how bright I am. That's a lot of Christianity. Pruning and walking around like peacocks with the feathers spanned out. You don't see them from behind. But rather, I'm glad you like that one. I liked it too. But rather,
socialización de la locura, la socialización del desespero. Súmale a eso, me dijiste el agua, la falta de agua, que no entiendo se haga, veo las quejas, ya está faltando el agua en todas partes. Porque... de las calles sin retorno, porque si retornamos se repite la ola represiva del 11. Entonces no sé, yo no incito a que se haga, pero me parece que el desespero hace que la gente ante la candela llegando se lance por la ventana con la esperanza de que algo lo mal, y los culpables únicos son los que detentan el poder en Cuba por no haber hecho a tiempo las reformas necesarias.
That's WWV coming in crystal clear on 10 megahertz. Hey, alright, this radio does work. My inductant, by holding it, is helping. So I think we're almost through here. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, cool. So let's switch over to the FM band.
SD card mode.
No.
To depart right now, away from us, our homes, our lands. We thank you.
Now it's scored pretty good. Let's I think I'm just going to use the presets so we can get through this.
Jesus, by the power of your cross and your blood, we ask thee to bind up the power of any evil spirit.
Have links to all of this music, which I think you can get somewhere. And stay tuned. There'll be a long tracks 4 coming up sometime.
An annoyance is the LCD. It goes like fades right out, and this is in person too. It's like if you hold it like normal, it's like, hey, I can't read it, so you got to read your radio like this to get the sharpest image. Yeah, well, it's $10. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah.
Echoes was created by Kimberly Haas and John DiLiberto.
PRX.
And you can get a longer version of that conversation.
Chapters of the Bible.
Order your copy of God is For Us at moodybooks.org.
At the height of his music career, damage to his vocal cords meant he may never...
So you can tune manually if you want.
About Darfur and Sudan, wherever you get your podcast, just search for BBC Africa Daily. And please keep listening to Newsday here on the BBC World Service.
What does it take?
Grass is standing on right here. He gave as heaven looked away. You come for me, you come and try to take me home.
Jimmy Page. Hey, this is Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam. Hi, this is Ozzy Osbourne.
Classic rock lives here. Chicago's 97.1 FM The Drive.
Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace.
Delete that one.
When you've been wrong in his message.
started. I really don't think you're strong enough. Let me play with your body, baby. Another version of you do. Messing with that ain't no weed. I got fire. Pero te encontré, no te deseaba, pero
have agreed to 2 campaign debates. The first will be held June 27th, hosted by CNN, and the second will air in September on ABC. CBS's Skylar Henry reports.
The debates are not expected to include a live audience, and the Biden campaign wants... So what am I supposed to listen to every... With a lean gut, keep your chair rocking and my 2 cents.
Konta emerytalne, korzyści członkowskie.
10:30 WNVR. Polskie Radio Chicago.
Jakub Barwiński, Polskie Radio 10:30.
The fullest possible extent.
Almost Holy Heart of Jesus. Fountain of every blessing, I adore you.
Okay, fun. So that's the FM band. Doesn't it sound good for a little speaker? Yeah. You get this thing for $10. It's worth it for 10. A little throwaway radio. I like it. Yeah, it's pretty much what it is. So let's go ahead and go to the AM band and tell you that it's really only good on locals. You might get some semi-locals out of it, and you have to be patient for the noise to go away once the LED shuts the screen off. It actually shuts the screen off and the LED light. It's amazing. So let's go ahead and do it. So here we are, 720. It tunes in 10 kilohertz steps.
According to the country's defense minister, Robert Kalina, who spoke to reporters at...
So let's see if we can pick up anything on 650. It's Nashville. We have to wait. There you go. Noise goes away. So we're picking up a hint of Nashville there. WSM, that's 434 miles to the south. Not the greatest. Let's go to
once a week, hey, here's what's coming up. Here's what you can see on Peacock. I don't know, I like to be in tune. And they sent me an email all in French. And I'm like, I didn't sign up for this. So I hit unsubscribe. I thought, this is dumb. And then like later that night they go, pardon-moi. We sent you an email in French because the Olympics.
So that was 670 to score.
Isn't that pretty funny?
WSCR Chicago. Here's WLW Cincinnati. Let's wait to see if we can pick it up. For the screen to go out in 8 seconds. Always fun, right? There we go, we're not hearing anything. That's 300 miles away. I should pick it up, but I am not. I hear a hint of something. But we're going to get the Skywave rolling just to see if it's this bad. Okay, so it's just a bad station. Nothing's happening. So, double check with the Skywave. So this little radio's okay so far. Let's go to Zoomer Radio. 740. Can't pick up anything in Toronto. Okay, so we got a little bit there, and then of course you hit the button and the light comes on and noise comes back. That's the only problem with medium wave on here.
Winds will be fairly light throughout the day out of the south, helping warm us back above normal into the mid-70s. By midday and into the early afternoon, more clouds move in.
Shows engage audience reaction. 2 notable series were picked up. suspense, and indeed, Duffy's Tavern. Here is that forecast audition show, which originally played back on July 29th, 1940.
Hello, Duffy's Tavern, where the elite meet to eat. Special today, big pickle feet. Archie speaking, Duffy ain't here.
So protecting home court is important, knowing we got the best record.
Congratulations first moving on, JT. The second thing is, now that you're moving on, you've done this before, you've been here before. Why does this feel different?
Each year just presents different challenges. We got a whole new team, guys that have...
There you go. We'll turn it off. You get an idea of what's going on with this radio. Not a sweetheart on the AM band, that's for sure. But let's give my final thoughts on this radio. What do I like about it? Let's see. Low cost, $10 isn't bad at all. It's rechargeable. The FM's solid on it. I do like the FM. It sounds fantastic. The MP3 player, it's not a bad thing. Stereo with the headphones. The speaker's decent, which I was shocked for that little tiny dude. The Shortwave Works, as you heard, even though it's not always the best, but it does work. The slim design, it's pocket friendly, definitely. Perfect for the pocket. Let's see. Headphone wire for FM reception. Yeah, when I plug the headphones in, and then I use the headphone wire for reception. You can put the whip down and throw it in your pocket and listen to FM on the walk. So that's also a bonus for this radio. What I don't like, AM band, as you heard, it's only good for locals. That's about it. No quick tune, no meter bands, no way to browse, no fast tuning whatsoever on this radio. Hinders it quite a bit. You can't manually add presets, which is a bummer. You can only scan. So again, it's a cheap radio. $10 is the most you should pay for this thing. That's my opinion on it. And the battery is not easily replaced. But if you know how to solder, you could definitely get in there and put your own battery in and replace it if you so care to. But options, I would say maybe pick up its different brother from the same mother, 818, even though it's like a DSP analog style. This is a problem on AM as well, but to be honest with you, it's a better radio because it's thicker and it holds an 18650 for huge capacity and long run times. And this is usually $10 all day long. It does have a bigger speaker as well. I guess it just depends on what you want. If you want memories and you want digital display and a backlight, then you get this. But if you want something that's going to run longer, probably last longer, you go with the 818. So that's just from my perspective. This does have more shortwave coverage, though it is a hassle to tune. This is quite quick to tune through its band. So this is something to think about. Hope you enjoyed the video. It went on kind of long, but hey, what the heck. For a cheap radio, I don't care. It's fun anyway. So hope you enjoyed it. Give a big like if you did. Submit your radios if you like these cheap, inexpensive dudes. Hit subscribe to the bell icon, get notified of when I get more of them, because I'll continue to buy these because they're just fun. $10 or under is definitely the way to go. I definitely be showcasing them on the channel. And 3, comment below what you think about the SM-838. Would you rather have the 818? Do you like the digital? Do you like anything about this that I showed you? Let me know in the comment section down below and what your preferences are. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next video.